Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
I am highly impressed by the relevance, precision, and structured approach of your presentation. It is very practical approach to often neglected segments of components taught in general and the ambit of English language teaching. In conclusion, I would like to highlight the salient points that made me ponder about the needs for skills and competencies to be enhanced as part of the English language teaching process. Your very practical and analytical enumeration of the relevant teaching strategies for effective teaching of English in contemporary Indian classrooms are really commendable.
Thank you.
Your extremely apt distinction between listening and hearing, I would say, really it is impressive. And that is the problem in classroom communication today. That is highlighted. Really, I guess it will be useful to the participants. Your enumeration of the various listening skills and lessons that can be developed in the contemporary classroom. Your emphasis on the multiple ways in which speaking may be enhanced and included as a skill in the students that will eventually empower them in the global job market of tomorrow. Because what happens is, generally in classrooms, teacher and us, we all of us most probably focus more on reading and writing, and these skills are generally left out. And these are the skills which are really very much required in the professional life and personal life when person goes.
Absolutely.
Your strategies of enhancing pronunciation and avoiding committing common errors that may demotivate a person from public speaking and self-enhancement. In the light of the valuable inputs provided by you in this module, I have a couple of questions for you. The first thing or the first question rather it comes to my mind is the socio-political attitude towards learning and teaching English which prevail in the country appear to influence the performance of students in rural areas. Can you identify some of these factors considering that you have had a long experience in terms of teaching many first generation learners?
Sir, I've spent a large part of my life teaching first generation learners, and the factors that you talk about, these factors, the hindering factors, have been variously identified by many teachers. These factors include the influence of the learner's native language, the learner's age and IQ, the learner's exposure of English in terms of the length and intensity, the learner's innate phonetic ability, the learner's attitude and sense of identity, and also primarily the learner's motivation. So in a nutshell, these are the various factors that influence the learner's absorption of what is not their mother tongue, what is actually their other tongue.
I guess this will be useful to our participants. What exactly do you mean when you emphasize upon the techniques of advice of linking new information to prior knowledge? That I guess our participants will be more interested in.
When we talk about linking a prior experience to new knowledge, we need to understand that the classroom is not a vacuum.
Very true.
Whoever has come to the classroom has brought with them cultural experiences, native knowledge systems, and all kinds of embedded matter and content. This must be the scaffolding on which teaching is built. The students need to reflect, recollect their innate knowledge and intrinsic experiences, and the same should be expanded to include linguistic skills and information about another language. This is the kind of bridge or gap that I am talking about, and this is how it can be filled. This is my submission when I talk about the link factor.
One of the problems of learning a foreign language is to master the structure or patterns of language. One of the major aims of teaching English is to enable the students to express themselves correctly on everyday matters of life as well as in the lessons they are taught as part of the curriculum. And this requires proficiency in structural skills such as listening and speaking. Thus, building up the English language skills and competences demand a fundamental three-pronged approach to enhancing skills of listening, speaking, and pronunciation. The need of the hour is to teach the English language as a skill and an empowered tool, not simply as a subject or a part of the curriculum. Now, teachers need to embrace the reality and plan and execute their lessons likewise, aiming for effective output from the students. I guess this is more important.
It is, and I think you have more than generously summed up the contents of the module. So, in conclusion, I wish to ask the teachers today, do we have what it takes to evolve, to develop, and to move forward, to progress? And therefore, I want to show you a small clip to end this module, which I hope shall leave us thinking, hoping, aspiring towards self-development, and we can all end on a note of self-analysis leading to better professional achievements and personal satisfaction.
Friends, ma'am has raised a very vital question in a very articulate manner. And I think we should allow ourselves to respond and introspect and to look forward to unleashing the hidden potential within us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.